This project was installing a covered area over an outdoor courtyard that's used for the Departure restaurant. Over the last several years, they've been using a temporary tent, and they wanted something that would look more presentable, more user-friendly, and that's what the Pergola did. My name's Dave Shaplinski. I'm the project manager for Western Construction at the Departure Restaurant Pergola installation on the 15th floor. The project down at Departure for the Pergola had a lot of challenges, and I like challenges. One, you start out with weather. Two, you start out up on the 15th floor. Now you've got max lines on three sides of it, and one of the major arteries leaving the city runs across the backside of it. NBA teams stay there. It's a high-profile restaurant. All of the presidential suite rooms are located below this installation. You have poor crane access, only 2 service elevators that have to be shared with every tenant with inside of the space. And you can only start at 8 o'clock. You have to be done at 4 o'clock, which really means you have to be done at 3 o'clock because you have to clean everything up to pretend you were never there, all working through one 3-foot glass door unless you were able to get something up on the outside of the building with a crane.
So we were going to use a huge crane, block off the street, swing it over the building from the other side, and then kind of drop it down onto the deck. But the weather was really cruddy, so we couldn't do that. So David kind of sprung into action and found these guys out of Seattle who do this all the time. They build these derrick cranes up on the roof.
So I'm Lawrence Chico. I'm the owner of Industry Erectors. We're a Seattle-based steel erector, machinery moving, rigging company, and we're the only company on the entire West Coast social union and owns and operates derricks and mini cranes specifically designed for rooftop applications such as this project.
So we're going to go complete reverse. Instead of setting it up on the street and blocking a whole block to make it work, we brought in the team that can take and set up something in a very small square footage space, use a specially used crane to lift the items up, and we literally unboxed everything that we made special boxes for and brought one piece up at a time. Still accomplished the task. Wasn't quite as cool looking as a great big crane, but it worked.
One of the major issues we had was the intent was just a few roof patches at the structural steel points that we would install anchors essentially for the new pergola. As we tore into the roof and got the pavers exposed, we realized that the entire roof deck was shot. Penetrations and leaks throughout.
The whole roof had been leaking. From these big umbrella holders that they had been setting down on the TPO was just poking holes and water was just seeping in.
It looked like literally Swiss cheese. And so, which then resulted in now something that was only supposed to take 2 days. Now we have to cram in a 2-week re-roof into a 4-day window. So the pergola is made on the East Coast. And so the team that does the install from them had to fly in. We waited for their arrival to stay within their window of time because they were already booked for the first of the year. And so all during that time of re-roofing, waiting for the team to arrive, product arriving, breaking things apart so it either fit in the elevator or fit on a crane. Those items all were going simultaneously and still not making any noise.
Oh yeah, we had to basically pretend like we were never there because the restaurant was still functioning and they open at 4 p.m. So we got in there, had to get our work done, make sure we were working very closely with the hotel staff and get out of there by 4 o'clock. So we were coming in extra early, laying down rugs and wall protection, keeping the floors clean, and then around 2:30 to 3 o'clock, we'd clean it all up and disappear.
At the end, when we're all done, ownership was ecstatic that we accomplished the task. And as the public continues to use it, they're excited to use one of the landmark restaurants in a very new way.
Walking out on that deck once the pergola was fully built out, it was great. The views are amazing. It was definitely a proud moment to walk out there and see that completed product.
Western is really used to these kind of high-profile, very niche jobs. So I think we do a very good job at putting all the pieces together, make sure the client gets what they want, what they're expecting, and that they're happy at the end.
Western Construction itself is always ready for the challenge, but even my tagline on the bottom of my email says the bigger the challenge, the better. I live by that. We take precautions so we can prove that we can do that. And this is another example, even with bad weather, constraints of time, constraints of additional damage, we still got it done. Everybody was still ecstatic. Nobody got hurt. And again, the public is now using something that is one of the most amazing things downtown Portland.